I want to start off with this because, and Kingston and Derek don't know anything about this. I didn't tell them about it. I did tweet about it earlier, but I didn't mention that I was going to bring this up on the show. Imagine Dragons is doing this on purpose now. They are doing this on purpose. They just came out with a joint collaboration with Bethesda for Starfield, and it can't be a fucking coincidence. It can't be a fucking coincidence at this point. Like, it's not this defies. This is beyond just like, oh, what a silly coincidence that this is happening. Everything that I even show a remote amount of interest in. It's never like a Sonic collaboration or a fucking Baldur's Gate collaboration or a fucking, I don't know, anything fucking, no God of War, Tomb Raider, a million different franchises. So what did they choose? Halo, Bastion, and Bethesda games? What?
That's crazy.
It is
That
a
is
little weird.
crazy. It's too specific,
That
man.
is crazy.
At this point, I know, dude, people ask me a lot why I hate Imagine Dragons, and I posted a TikTok about it because I made one 2 years ago at this point, and it's still true. But I don't even think that's a fair question. I think the fair question is, why does Imagine Dragons hate me? What did I do to them that they are specifically following me?
Look, man.
Leave me alone.
Look, dude, all I gotta say is this, right? They didn't have a Baldur's Gate collaboration, and I thank God for that.
No, exactly. They left you in fucking. They left you in peace.
Look, I don't even hate them. I wouldn't even been that mad at that.
You've willed this into existence at this point. And this is you. It's like when I'll never forget this. My friend Lonnie, she was or Liana, she was driving and she was talking about how unlucky she is. She was like, bad shit always happens to me. And I kid you not, a second later, she pebble flies into the car and hits her in the face. And I'm just like, you can't, this is just, that is it. That is the universe bending in a negative way because she is welcoming that energy. And I didn't believe that shit until I started experiencing weird shit like that and seeing your arc that's happening right now where like, you're like, fuck these guys. Right? And then they just keep latching onto, they're like, somebody really wants me to do this. They're getting the wrong signal. They think it's actually positive.
Yeah.
What happens
getting
is this,
the opposite.
right? We are capable of manifesting the world we want around us to a certain degree. And you keep manifesting them in things you love. It is your fault now.
I have not talked about them in ages.
No. It's not your mentions or what you say. It's what you feel.
It's the vibes.
It's what
That's
you feel.
Not fair though. I can't feel.
You feel it. So I kind of like Imagine Dragons, and they've never touched anything of mine. But your fear of them touching the things you love has permeated the universe to such a degree that now I bet money your kids are gonna like them. Watch.
That's why I'm not having kids.
Nice. You say that. You're not gonna have any kids you want.
Nigga, you already got kids. You just don't know about them. They're gonna.
I don't think I have. I don't think so.
Yeah, 4 years old. Know. Little Chris Jr. is gonna show up with a stupid ray gun toy, make it really obvious, really fucking obvious.
With a fucking Master Chief helmet on.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. I don't know, man. It's weird. You have to admit that's bizarre. Like it is.
How bizarre?
Dude, how bizarre? Dude, this is. And guys, listen. I really can't. I can't explain it enough. This year is absolutely stacked with huge games. There are probably more huge games this year than than any year in recent memory that I can remember. Sincerely. Like, actually, for real, there's so much shit. There's Resident Evil, there was fucking Dead Space, there was fucking all these new, fucking Zelda, Spider-Man 2's around the corner, Starfield, fucking Baldur's Gate. It doesn't fucking stop. So the idea that they had so many options, and by the way, all of these games, like, I was only like, if they did like a Zelda thing, I would have been like, that's weird. But I didn't care that much about it because, like, whatever, it's Zelda. Not that interested in it. But it's the fact that they chose the one thing that I was, like, genuinely curious about.
You know what I think it really is?
Literally.
I think it's the lead singer, that fucking guy. the last man that still wears wife beaters. He is just a bit. He loves the same stuff you do. You guys are very you guys would probably hang out at a bar and have a good time.
We probably would. And that pisses me off even more.
Why does that bother you?
Because I don't do that. I'm not doing that to his shit. You know, I'm not like, look, if
that means you're basic enough. You're so basic to start. The fucking lead singer from fucking this band that you hate is your fucking soul pal.
Well, to be fair, he also did like
your best friend.
He also did what is it? I mean, they also did the fucking oh my god, what's that fucking show? The video game show. Oh my god,
G4?
Arcane. They did the theme song for Arcane. I didn't care about Riot, to be fair. Like I didn't. That was outside of.
I suck my dick every day. I suck my dick every day. I suck my dick every day.
I suck my dick every day. I suck my dick every day. I suck my dick every day. That is sincerely what every song of theirs sounds like to me. Like it really like it is.
Their songs are way too easy to parody. I admit that their songs are like a third grader with like 25 minutes could do it.
Dude, even Weird Al couldn't make Radioactive listenable to me. Like I think the biggest disconnect that I have with Humankind, I think, is that is the general consensus that Radioactive is a listenable song. Like I sincerely, I feel like that might be the worst song ever written by anybody. It is worse than fucking
maddening to me.
It is worse than Slenderman versus fucking Freddy Fazbear.
There's no way you just said that out loud. You did not just mean that.
Yes, you did.
I meant it. I mean it.
I think you think it. Like I think you think that. Like I think in your mind for real you believe it. Like it's the worst. But there's no way you just said that I see a little person in my pizzeria. Is he gonna make it out? No, Mamma Mia. Killing these people is very funny.
That's a better line.
Ooga chaka, N-words in my tummy. That is better than Radioactive. That flows a bit. It flows a bit.
Look, listen, it's a better lyric than breathing in the chemicals. Okay? It's better. I don't know. Yeah, I made myself lightheaded. I just took in so much air.
I don't know, man. The chemicals, bro.
I can't say it's number one. I can say maybe number two. Number one, I think objectively, is that remix of Blue Dabba Dee. I don't know if you've heard that song on the radio.
I'm good and I'm feeling all right or whatever.
I think that is the worst thing that has ever...
That's not a good song. That's not a good song.
It actually makes me feel a little violent. Like, I'll hear it at the gym, and I want to attack somebody because it's so... It's Guantanamo Bay shit.
That's Derek. What do you
He's growing a little bit, too. Like, Derek's growing slightly.
Bro, I would keep fucking listening to that shit, dude.
He's
I want to be
pulsing a little bit. You're like, yo, that guy looks like a tumor.
Let's see if I can get to, like... get so just huge and
you
become
getting gorged.
That is a really terrible. I will say that is a really terrible song, but it does have the unfortunate reality is that it's not an original song. It's based on a song that does have a good melody, so that alone kind of like elevates it a little bit higher than fucking Radioactive to me. Even though it sucks, it's fucking horrible.
Radioactive is not. Look, there are worse songs.
I'm feeling alright. I hate that shit so much.
Interior crocodile alligator.
I drive a Chevrolet movie theater. Better.
The whole song?
Way better.
The intro to that song is dog shit, but towards the end, he actually starts rapping. And I'm like, yo, he's actually rapping things together that are really good. But what else?
No, man. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater is top tier in comparison. Like, I really...
You guys remember the, this is like 2008 YouTube. Remember like Retarded Running Horse, Retarded Running Elephant?
I know because you showed it to me, yes.
Yeah.
That song in there is worse than fucking Radioactive.
Is that the Batman one? Like,
oh, is that the... Yo, somebody told me
that's a great song.
I saw in the comment section of what somebody said that is, and I never forgot it. It said like,
what?
I really, really, really want an N-word to die.
What is that? That's not real. That's not real. You psycho.
No, somebody said that, and I've ever since I read
now you
that,
hear
I can't hear anything else.
Look.
And I was
okay,
like,
you know what? You are. So you're right about that fucking "I'm Blue" song on some level because they wrote that song in 10 minutes, probably. I'm good and I'm feeling all right. It's such a fucking horrible. It is such a horrible line.
I was talking to JoJo about this, and I said, I know exactly what happened. These motherfuckers went to studio. The songwriters, they got together.
They ad-libbed it.
Nobody corrected any. There was no rewrites. They just went with it, and they're like, good.
First draft.
Yeah, first draft
easy. I'm good. Yeah, I'm feeling all right. Fuck you, dude. First of all, it's the opposite of the song.
Yeah, how are you blue when feeling? Or I was like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
You're right. That is a pretty, and there is an element that makes it worse because they're just tarnishing a song that is, well, I mean, that song's also kind of shit, but at least it like has a good melody.
It was a fucking stupid song, but it felt good. It felt good.
It did feel good. Yeah, you're right.
I'm looking at I'm looking at a list real quick because I was curious about, before we move on, what do people think the worst songs are? And I thought that was actually kind of an interesting list.
Oh yeah.
And one thing that I thought was really funny, and I forgot this existed, was do you remember Kevin Federline?
Oh my god, yeah, K-Fed.
That was K-Fed, fucking maniac. That was Britney Spears, right?
Yeah. He was the dancer. Yeah. He tried to get into music, and he made a bazillion butt shaker called Popozao, and it was to the point where I remember people were just memeing it because it just sounds like whatever, but people were just memeing it and putting their own songs over it. Like, say, in the metal community, people were putting the heaviest shit imaginable over it, and he's in the studio just, like, banging his head, because it was just so fucking silly. So, I don't know if it's the worst song ever, but I just remember people hating on him, like, relentlessly. Oh, man, I feel bad. There's some people on here, there's some song, Who Let the Dogs Out is number 6.
That's not even great.
Okay, this is bullshit. This is Butterfly by Crazy Town. It's not an awful song. It's I don't know if you guys remember that song, Come My Lady, Come my Lady, You're my butterfly, sugar, baby. And then there was just
Out your mouth say that
it was just these white guys.
That was one of the best songs ever. I'd go as far to say actually.
Shut the fuck up.
It is one of the best songs.
No, it's not.
Because it's just a straight up fun song. That is just a fun song to like fool around and just get crazy to.
Who let the dogs out? Yeah,
I can't. I'm sorry. I can't go with you on that. I can't.
That's such a fun song.
It's not I find it fucking.
Chris, do you not remember being a child hearing that song and being like, "Yay!" and it's like having fun?
I remember
feeling so sick.
It wasn't a kid song. It wasn't a kid song when you came out, when you were born, Derek. Because it came out when I was in I was like 6 or 7. So you were already that show was already way stupid to you.
I was already too old.
That was way stupid to you.
I fucking hate.
Hearing little kids like jump around and have fun to that song. That's why I have a heart for that song. Because my niece's graduation was recently, and I saw her dancing to that song, and I was like, "Dang, I haven't had fun like that since I was that small." That's fun. Yeah. That's a good time.
Who Let the Dogs Out, man? I don't know, man. I remember.
That's like top 50 songs for me.
So here's the thing. I remember I have a vivid memory of throwing up in a bathroom when I was like 8. And that song was playing over that song was blaring over the loudspeakers. And I remember just feeling like this is such a horrible experience. I hate this fucking song.
You have that Pavlovian type of reaction.
I do have a Pavlovian. Yeah, it makes me that song makes me gag still.